Live on the Internet Machine Tire Nation TV Turbo. Who are we and what do we do, buddy?
We say bad words, and we broadcast races and other forms of entertainment for your ear holes. And, Lord willing, if you're lucky enough, your eye holes too.
Yeah, I'm wondering with the other stuff. We gotta get in on the other games. That'd be a lot of fun.
We got, yeah. I mean, it's endless option.
Now, you know, both of them.
There is.
Shoot this shit
Take a few days.
of me playing my completely non-pirated version of Zelda,
Right.
and just watch me wander through the world and get distracted by shiny objects and building shit that has no need to be built.
Yeah.
This game took me 500 hours to get through. Dude, it's only 40 hours worth of content. I don't care.
It's
I saw
just
something shiny.
It's layers and
distracted.
layers, just like Red Dead Redemption, right?
It is. It's just, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how good it is. If you're not playing it, then you all should be, because
What's the matter with you?
right? You don't even have to have.
Did you see that pace car?
Nintendo.
What the fuck was that?
I missed that actually. I was. What happened there?
The pace car just left the track and it looked like he just like rocketed into space almost. It's a pretty hard transition apparently down to that fucking pit road.
Oh, we got 7-Up car. That's a new car.
Yeah, that'll be Michael Moore. Dante passed me. Yeah, so this track is
middle
fast. Short track. It's only like a mile long, mile .08 or something.
I like that though. It gives you.
Super
I wanna say
grippy,
it's gonna
banked out, 5 lanes wide.
It might make for a little more. I mean, obviously a different race, but a more exciting race than the Talladega track. Do you think? Just for the. At least like you got room to move here.
Mm-hmm.
Even
There's
right there.
a
Pardon
little
me.
bit more strategy too because of tire wear.
Yeah, right. Because you're obviously not going to be turning nearly this much at the main track.
I was doing the practice sesh, and the track feels great, but I noticed like your tires, if you drive it really hard, you're probably going to burn through a set of tires before you burn through a tank of fuel. Oop, I'm going to bump the wall
No
there.
kidding, man. Well, that's the other thing too, right? Guys getting a little bit cocky and they're, still warming up the tires, figuring out where that line is, trying to make a move just like here. There's room behind me. This was the highway. We're like, why are you passing me like that?
Yeah.
There's 3 car lengths behind me, you jerk.
You jack. But see, that's the thing. That's like another great thing about this track is you can be fast, low, or high. Like depends what your racing style is, right? I like this middle lane here.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also run that bottom line. Top lane works too.
For sure.
In certain situations. I am going to be lifting just to... is the ticker working? Yes, it is.
Draft pulling you a little bit too much.
Draft, the draft will do stuff. We are going fast enough for drafting to work. It is one of those things where it's kind of you just kind of want to settle into a groove, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sean slipping.
Oh, got him on the wall there.
He lost his line.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to make a crazy move on the outside. I don't know.
That's Gary, I think. Yeah, it's Gary took advantage of Sean's mistake. Yeah.
Your spot.
He can't make it stick.
No, he got a little bit greedy.
I'm trying to keep it down here so I don't mess him up. Oh,
No, that's fair. Well,
he's got the
I was
line
gonna
though.
say that could go either way, right? Because it's taking a little bit of a slip out, and then you guys are gonna be both on each other.
Mm-hmm. You got to be really smooth, right? I mean, especially when you're door to door like that.
Oh, absolutely. The slightest little hiccup, or even not even that, even an internet glitch, one missed packet.
One packet took a shit.
We had a drop packet, and you had a bad night. Say hi to the wife.
Speaking of bad nights, and speaking of taking shits, this is a fucking segue if I've ever heard one, eh?
Get ready for this.
Yeah. Shelly yesterday were like, honey, the toilet's leaking. I'm like, oh, Jesus. One of the tank bolts let go.
Here goes my Sunday.
There goes my fucking Sunday afternoon. Got it fixed straight up, though. That's the great thing about... Well, we were texting this shit, too, right? Where the tank...
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize you had done toilet stuff before. I didn't, and I'm here. I am just telling you, like, my experience. Like, you're thinking I'm a fucking mansplaining everything to you.
Oh, no. I mean, I can stare at something and figure out how to fix it. And toilets... Like I said, toilets scare the shit out of me because they hold so much fucking water. But at the end of the day, they are, water comes in, water goes out.
Right.
Make sure there's no holes. That's kind of basically how they work. They're not easy. They're not a hard thing to do. But they just, you're so paranoid about water, getting out of the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done a few over the years with the townhouse and the here and stuff like that. And I'm like, if you gotta put the new one in, get that fucking thick wax ring every time.
Well, and I didn't use. You could even double up the rings, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, or two rings. But yeah, if you get I always there's the normal one and the thick one. I'm fucking 10 times out of 10. I'm getting that thick one, and it hasn't let me down. So I'm sure there's reason to not do it. Maybe if you had a brand new build and it was perfectly level, but I'd still probably go with it. That's based on all my 0.0 years of plumbing. But
well, here's my thing, because this old house, this 90-year-old house,
right?
It Shelley's daughter's boyfriend, husband guy. He flooded the toilet a couple times. But he was late for work, so he left the water on the floor, right? So it rotted the floor in a couple of spots. So what it is, this is side-by-side racing. I love this track.
I see him in the mirror there, right? You're holding that line, keeping your own.
So it rotted the floor out a little bit, so the toilet doesn't actually, it's not 100% locked down to the floor like it is, but it moves just a little bit, right?
That'll probably be your next project.
A
chunk of that subfloor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. But see, the quick fix was every time you flush the toilet, when the wax ring did let go, having a cellar as a bonus, you would actually hear the water hit the floor in the cellar, which was obviously fucking disgusting. So we're like, well, what are we gonna do here? So I pull it up, and because the toilet has a little bit of movement on it, the wax ring is basically gone.
Oh,
so I go to Rona or Lowe's. I think it was Rona, or I can't remember. Lowe's, who cares? They're all the fucking same. They're all owned by the same company anyway.
All the 4 richest people in the world who
I think Lowe's bought Rona a while back, but anyway, they had all the wax rings, but then I noticed they had a rubber one. There was like a rubber membrane thing with like a big foot square kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know what you want to call it, like a bib or whatever that sits on the floor, and then where the wax ring would be, it's all rubber. I'm like, that's what I need. Because the floor has a little bit of give in it. If you put the wax ring down, it's like Play-Doh, right? It's just going to disintegrate because this little 1/4 inch of wiggle, it's eventually not going to provide the seal I need, but the rubber membrane will. So I put the rubber one in. It works great. And in the back of my mind, it's way easier to deal with because it's, oh my God, I'm losing control there. That was crazy. Dropping a gear. I'm cooking those tires already.
Oh, yeah. But you were racing hard in that bottom line.
I was actually I thought I was keeping it easy, but apparently not. It's my fuel. I got 11 laps on gas. See what I mean? It's going to be a tire race.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, having that rubber wax, in place of the wax ring, it's just peace of mind knowing that thing will always be on the bottom of that toilet, keeping all that water in there, where it's supposed to be when you flush it.
Right.
And you know.
Fucking make sure you fix that before you fall through the floor. That would be the worst dump of your life.
I think that would be a bad day. That would be a bad way to start a weekend, I think.
I'd be, because not only are you all old and fucked up from the fall, now you're old and fucked up from the fall, and you have to fix a floor and a toilet.
And you're yelling for help with your, you know, your pants around your ankles, and you're lying in a heap in the basement.
Maybe you had too many coffees and a beef and bean burrito, and it was like a five alarm emergency.
Right. One of them shitty
on top of your already bad
leftover Taco Bell.
You know what? I'm flying out there. We're gonna fix your toilet this weekend. That's what my plans are. We're gonna take care of the safety hazard before I have to come out there and like spoon feed you Jello from the hospital.
Well, and what happened on the weekend was the tank bolt. Shelly was cleaning the bathroom, you know, as she should, you know, because she's and I'm a. So
right.
we make this joke all the time. Fucking people, calm down.
I don't imagine too many feminists are tuning into our Monday Night Racing show.
She's the best, though. We do that all the time. The Jurassic Park thing. It should really be me that goes. And like, why? Well, because I'm a and you're a. Like, oh, please. I love it. But
yeah, exactly.
So she's cleaning the bathroom.
Right, so let her get eaten by the dinosaur. I like that too.
Oh man, this is bad. I have to pit for tires. But that's the thing. She hit the bolt, and it broke the. It broke the. You know, whatever. It's a bolt with like a rubber stopper, like a rubber washer, right, to keep the water in the tank.
Yeah.
And it just came loose and started leaking. So I'm like, oh shit. So then I run down to the basement, shut the water off, flush the toilet, get rid of all the water. No new water's coming in. Went to the store, you know. The bolts actually had no washers left on it, so the tank actually wasn't attached to the bolt. I don't even know how the water stayed in this fucking tank. You know?
Just by...
And it's like, man, what would have happened if this wouldn't happen when we were, like, if we weren't home? But I don't believe it would have, because we wouldn't have been... You would have physically had to touch the bolt to release this old rubber washer, right? So now I've got rubber washers on both sides, cranked them on there with the bolts, so it's, you know, tight as a drum now. But new. Yeah, it's, and guess what brand of fucking toilet this is, bro?
So this was from like a early war house. I would say this is a Hitler toilet.
This is definitely, it's Simpson Sears.
Simpson Sears. That's my next guess.
So
I was thinking
that is Simpson Sears.
Before he started the war, and before he went to art school, he was actually a toilet maker,
a ceramic porcelain guy.
Everybody looks over that. Simpson Sears. That's a name I have not heard in a long time.
Because I know Sears. I was born in 1980. I know Sears.
I know Sears. I know of Sears Roebuck. I know of it, but I don't know it.
I know that Simpson Sears was what it was called before it was called Sears. So this is like, you know, like 1940s, 1930s type shit. So that's pretty
original.
rad.
Holy crap!
It's pretty awesome how toilet technology hasn't changed. You know, so I have to go to the store and I got to buy parts for this thing. Wicked, because there they are. The bolts fit. The washers are the same size. So thank whoever for not changing, you know, the parts department at Canadian Tire when I had to run over there and grab toilet parts for, you know, this fucking toilet. I'm thinking, oh my God, what if we can't find fucking parts? Toilet technology hasn't really changed, so that's a great thing.
Somebody, I put a new toilet in the basement a few years ago because the other one was just leak. It was not flushing good. It was a cheap toilet, I think, from a rental that somebody put in. So I put a little bit better one in. And when I was looking at toilets, I remember one was advertised. I don't know why this stuck with me.
7.2 pitting. Like shit, dude, I'm gonna run out of fucking gas.
6 or 7 years later, after putting this toilet in, I remember the one. I don't know if I bought the one that had it, but the advertising for this one toilet was, could flush up to like 18 billiard balls or something like stupid like that, or 12 billiard balls.
What are you talking
There's
about?
a lot of fucking A toilet. That was like, it was average. You know how like you buy a TV and it's like 1080p. It's got this big sticker on it, and it advertises all the features.
Right.
This one toilet was being advertised as being capable of being able to flush up to over 12 to like 18 billiard balls.
Why is that a unit of measurement? That's fucking ridiculous.
In case you're like not figuratively, but literally shitting bricks.
Exactly. Are you Andre the Giant? Okay. Have you had 58 beers? It's time to go to the bathroom.
Are you eating apples whole?
Right. Do you ever chew your food?
No. This is the toilet for you.
You've never eaten prunes or fiber in your life.
You look at salad as not as a disgusting necessity, but as a threat to your very well-being.
Right. Right,
like,
right.
I don't want to eat lettuce, rabbit food, but I will because I know it's good for me. And if you put some dressing on it, it's not so bad.
I love that billiard ball thing. That's so fucking funny.
I don't remember how many it was, but it was an advertisement. It was over 12.
Huh. Yeah, but it doesn't matter that it was over 12. It just matters that that's what they're using as a unit to measure the capacity of the, like,
right?
Fucking what? Just give me liters.
Yeah,
or
like,
gallons
is it
or
good?
whatever.
Like this will flush after your Aunt Martha's Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
This will flush whatever you could throw at it. Like,
right.
Like something that somebody would get, but it's like this could flush like roughly 1/3 of an elephant's foot. What the fuck does that actually mean?
Well, how big was the elephant? See, now we're asking different questions.
Well, right? Is it like this could flush 14 giraffe testicles, as long as they are pygmy giraffes.
Right. If you chopped your fingers off, 9 of them would go down easy.
Exactly. Not quite big enough to dispose of the neighbor's body. What? That's oddly specific, toilet.
That's really strange. Like, this is a toilet built for Jeffrey Dahmer.
This is not your average toilet.
Right. This toilet can easily flush the remains of, X amount of murdered people.
Is if you were a serial killer. That's the only reason. That's why we sell this toilet. We just call it FBI. We've got another one on our hands. That's the only reason. This.
We need your address for a survey, sir.
Do
you?
It's a
okay.
monument to excess.
It's just a chance to win a $20 off coupon next time you shop here. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then the old CIA is waiting.
The other funny part I did with that toilet box once we had installed it, I kept the box because I don't know why at the time the kids were still young. It was when the PlayStation 4 just came out, and I got it for them, but I was trying to sneak it in there, surprise. So I put it in the tank because the toilet came in 2 pieces, the box, and then the base and the tank. So I kept the tank box, and I'm like, I told the kids because they were young and they believed what I said. I'm like, Mom was really so excited about that toilet downstairs that she wanted the new one for the upstairs one. I've already told them that, and the best part is because I had already put the PlayStation box inside this tank box.
Oh, okay.
And so the kids were helping me wrap it for her. Like,
oh,
so they're like,
shit.
So like they're already in on it, like, but they don't.
You're
know
like
it's the box,
you're like a sinister cunt. You're making them wrap their own shit.
Right? So they don't know, but they're looking at me like they're old enough to know like that Mom clearly doesn't want a toilet for Christmas.
Why would she want a toilet tank?
I've sold them on it so much. I'm like, no, she was just so impressed with the way that one flushed downstairs. She wants this new tank. So I'm like, don't ask me. I just, she says
I just follow the rules.
So they're just like, I'm pretty sure they think I'm out of my mind. So anyways, we wrap it, and then I'm like, either way, I said, it's sometimes when you're married, when you get older, you buy stuff for the house, even if you don't really need it, and we give it to each other, right? Like,
it's a community effort.
Here's some tea towels. Like, oh, gee, thanks. Oh, I got you some plates. Oh, you're welcome, right? Like,
right.
It's just
needed a new toaster. You got a fucking toaster.
Christmas morning comes along. Everybody opens it. She opens the box, feigns excited, like not like poorly. Just like, oh, that's great. Thanks.
Clearly, she's in on this ruse of a joke.
She's in on it. And she was like, yeah, okay. She's okay. Kids open up all their stuff. They get all the new toys, the Lego or the game, whatever that is they got that year. They're super excited. They're going to go play. I'm like, hey, guys, before we can go
help
play
your
with
mom.
Any of our toys,
yeah,
we got to put the new toilet in. Oh, man, the look of I'm like, I just ruined these kids' Christmas.
This is brilliant.
For now, right?
This is
And
fucking brilliant.
I'm like, all right, but first I'm like, well, let's get the tank out of the box there, and then, so then they open the tank or whatever, and then sure enough, they're like, what? I'm like, oh, I totally got you guys.
That's crazy. You had planned to ruin their Christmas morning, knowing it would not be ruined in the least, but like such a great way to do it.
Exactly. I just wanted to give them like some positive, like, oh man, I knew they would too. Like honestly, they're such good kids to the point where like they would like give me a hand, but resentfully, I'm sure they would have been like, come on, let's just get this done with.
Yeah, what the fuck, Dad? They probably wouldn't even call you Dad. They call you bro. The fuck, bro?
Exactly. What the fuck? What are you doing, man?
The fuck, man? This is bullshit. Or they would, you know what? They would call you by your real name, Brad. The fuck?
Right? Come on, Brad. This shit didn't fly.
Do you remember the day like that your kids learned your name?
Yeah.
Because I remember
like,
learning that my mom and dad's name weren't mom and dad, and then calling them by their names, and it was like fucking hilarious to think back on that. John, Pamela would like you to see you in the kitchen, and he's like, what the fuck?
Who's talking to me like this? I remember when the kids did it to me. I don't remember which one, but they thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Exactly.
Yeah. They just like they're getting away with murder.
It's like it's so weird. Like you can't get mad at them for it. It's just so fucking weird.
Right, and or then they would then they realized they could just rhyme my name with anything. Brad, Bad, Sad, Dad. Brad,
yeah.
They had a field day with it.
Brad is sad, but he's my dad. You guys are fucking geniuses. Thanks for showing up. Like my name, Blaine, doesn't. Thank God, Blaine doesn't rhyme with anything, right? Yeah, right. No, Blaine, you're insane on a plane. Right. While in the rain. Yeah, keep it up, gangsters.
While trying to refrain.
Right. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but if it comes out when they move the lips, just a bunch of gibberish. You motherfuckers act like you forgot about Dre. Let that guy do the rapping, thanks.
Forgot about Blaine.
Yeah.
What?
I missed it. Should have done it.
Ah, it's all right. Hindsight. Elemental P.
Will Smith doesn't need to cuss in his raps to sell records, but I do, so fuck Will Smith and fuck you too.
Timeless.
I saw a thing with 50 Cent was talking about that, how like hip hop and rap is clearly a black man's music, but he goes, a lot of people can't handle that a white guy's the best at it right now. Back in the heyday of Eminem, he goes, you put anybody in front of Eminem and he'll win every time. And that's 50 Cent saying it. So it's like
he owned his craft, right? Like,
it was crazy. Yeah.
And not only that, was he not out of the gate, but when he was the first album there, and then stuff he did with Dre, but then as he went on too, like his style and what did they say? Like I saw something stat today where it was weird that you said Eminem, because there was something about where he had the fastest rap verse ever.
He's in the Guinness Book of Records, I think. Yeah.
He used something like 42 words a second, and I know that's not it, because
that's not it. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it was something stupid like that. It was like he'd use 300 words in
a
30
minute.
Seconds.
Yeah, something like that.
Like one of those crazy numbers like that. And I'm like, that's crazy. Next to the only thing that I could put up with there would be the Micro Machine dude. Yeah. And if you don't know who that is, then you're either too old or too young.
Or
1980s.
Like auctioneer guys. But that's a different language, so they're not actually speaking English. They're using like
sometimes
code.
They're singing, sometimes they're humming. They're just making some made up words in there.
I think it's how they speak and like that. People who can understand the language know what he's saying, kind of thing. It's not a real language, I don't believe, but I'm also not an auctioneer. So
medicine commercials, and ask your doctor, this will give you AIDS, cancer, and anything else.
See, I think that's digitally sped up.
Is it?
So that sounds like
just someone just crammed. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're time ramping it in a computer to fit it into a 30-second gap. Like like if we made a YouTube short and it was 8 seconds too long, I could drag that back to 59 seconds and you wouldn't really notice, but it would.
Ooh, biscuits.
I'm sorry. Mike.
12 called that one. But yeah, speaking of like music shit, it's fucking hilarious. So I'm on Reddit because that's mostly your fault for getting me involved in Reddit.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
I'm in a doom metal channel because we were talking about like rappers and stuff. I'm not really a rap fan, but you know, Cypress Hill, Wu-Tang Clan, Eminem, you can't really get away from those guys. They're fucking amazing. The Bone Thugs and Harmony, like all this kind of shit. But
Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys, yeah. But I'm in a doom metal thing on Reddit, and somebody in that thread there, that subreddit, they put I'm gonna go one more. Yeah.
You guys are top 2, right? I'm at 7.
So I follow this doom metal thing,
Yep.
and guy goes in, and there's some metal stuff too that's just notorious for his having long fucking songs. Doom, stoner, sludge, like doom especially being a genre notorious for long songs. Like I love Dope Smoker by Sleep, the band Sleep. Whom Your Lovely Wife, maybe that little felt thing to go with my clutch one.
Right.
Sleep's amazing. They have an album called Dope Smoker. It's one song. It's an hour and 3 minutes long, I think. One song. So it's a monster, right? There's another band called Bell Witch. They have a song called Mirror Reaper. It's about an hour and 27. So somebody comes into the subreddit and goes, what are your favorite long as fuck doom songs? Omitting the obvious two, being Mirror Reaper
the songs
and
that are albums.
Right, like we all know Mirror Reaper and Dope Smoker are two of the legendary ones, but like what are some other ones? So guys were posting long songs, you know. Windhand was on there. Somebody put Bullskin on there because I'm a huge Windhand fan. That's about a 20-minute song. Anyway, long story short, I instantly opened up Spotify and started putting these songs on the playlist because I've only heard of a few of these, right? There's bands I've never heard of in here. It's heavy as shit. Slow, drony stuff, which is always good. Gotta watch my speed. So anyway,
Nice, so that's
23 songs on this playlist in Spotify.
So it's 17 days.
I was going to say, do you got a guess on how long 23 Doom songs takes to play through?
What, 20, okay, but an actual guess for 23 Doom songs?
23 Doom
goodness.
songs, yeah.
No, I mean, if they're extreme example, I mean, so yeah, so the high end being an hour a song, basically. Almost
Yeah, some of them are an hour and a half.
Fuck's sake, right? So, I mean, there you go. What is it, a day and a half for all these songs? Because these are going on Reddit. So these are probably like, is it a week? It's probably a week, isn't it?
Well, I went on Reddit, and so far it was up to 23. There might be more. 23 come around the 9 car. What's it saying? One sec, I gotta pass. Wait a second. Is the 9 car a lap down?
Let's go. Ah.
I don't even see the 9. My crew chief is telling me to come around the 9 car.
Oh, the 09? Wyndham?
No, he's saying the 9, which is Chris Elliott. He's behind me.
Elliott, he's behind you.
You gotta get up high. Go 29 up high.
He's in 15th. You're in 10th.
Weird, I don't know. I might get, he might get black flagged, I don't know. That's strange.
That's the 9, yeah, because you're in front of him, right? So
Yeah, it's just come around the 9 car, he's behind me.
weird. Green.
So anyway, 23 doom metal songs on a playlist in Spotify has a runtime of 16 hours and 37 minutes.
Jesus. So I think our original guess is pretty close. Did I say 17?
I think
Let's
you
go
said
back
like
to
a
the
day,
back.
which was pretty close, yeah.
Shit. I think I said exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you were right in there,
Yeah.
16, 17. So yeah, it's hilarious. I
That's
just
a
love
lot.
that. 23 songs.
But-
I'm like 16 hours and 37 minutes for 23 Doom songs. I'm like, Taylor Swift's whole discography doesn't last that long.
No.
Tina Turner's whole discography doesn't last that long.
No.
And she's been around
Rest
for
her
like
soul.
60 years. Yeah. And which, by the way, I can't remember what song they covered, but 2 Minutes to Late Night covered a Tina Turner song, so I'm going to have to watch that. They're gonna heavy metal punk up that thing. It's gonna be awesome. And it's
Probably
an obscure
like,
one because I don't.
Oh no, not like Proud Mary or one of the hits. No.
No, it was one I've never heard of, which is really cool. I like it when 2 Minutes to Late Night they'll
Or
cover
Big Mary.
lots of songs and they'll really pick obscure shit. Like when they covered Soundgarden, they did 4th of July
Oh,
instead
okay.
of
So, yeah, nothing
Rusty Cage
radio
or
hit.
Spoon Man or any of that stuff. You know, they did 4th of July. Really, it's already a Doom song anyway, but they just made it fucking heavier. That's a great channel. 2 Minutes to Late Night.
Cool.
They did Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. Who knew
Right.
Miley Cyrus actually wrote a good song? I had no idea until they threw some heavy metal guitars on it and got the lady from
Well, there you
Royal
go.
Thunder to fucking sing it like a boss.
I like that
Oh, it's
feel
so
to where
good.
that. I don't know what. They're using some kind of app, like a chat roulette app or something, and it's like a dude doing that Wrecking Ball video.
Oh yeah.
But he's
Oh, I
like-
think I've seen
He's
that.
in his, like, he's like in his like he's basically acting out in the scenes where she's naked, he's naked, he's swinging on like an exercise ball in his living room
Yeah.
off with some rope tied to a joist. That was some of the greatest stuff. Oh, brother. Good save.
I had to give him a lot of room because he was going to hook right to that inside wall.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I love that
figure
Omegle, like whatever random
Yeah,
chat
whatever
shit.
it was, it was something. That was a fantastic. That one still brings tears to my eyes. If I ever have to get a chance to see it, I'm like, oh, it's classic. I'll
I
watch
just
this
love
guy
how
act like a-
annoyed and like angry, or maybe even fake annoyed and fake angry people will get about gay shit. Where I just think
Yeah,
it's
right.
fucking hysterical.
I saw the one that was I mean it was one, but a video like that where it was the same thing. It was just like this guy, and all you could see from was like his shoulders, and he was just looked like he's just going to town on himself, right? And then like, but he's just standing there, just going and going and going. Then after like 30 seconds mark, like the camera pans down, and he's just like shining a shoe with his shirt off.
That's funny.
But everyone's like, what the fuck? But in that case, yeah, people were sticking around just to see the what's what. But oh.
I wanted to lead that lap, Larry. Darn. 23 projected. It's going to be a 1 pit stop race. I wonder if I want to take the chance and stay up here. Or pit. Only got a couple laps on that.
Tires are still looking pretty good.
Yeah. Even if I take 2 maybe and just top up the gas. Like, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to go in, you're going to go to the end. You might as well take out full service, right?
I guess.
Anybody
right?
a lap
As long
down?
as
There is Mangialardi.
Greg, you hurt bad?
2.
Mangialardi's a lap down, so I can stay out and lead a lap. Because it shouldn't go green next time. It might. If it does, it's no big deal. Having a little bit of an off sequence. Get the lap, get the bonus points. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I checked the laps down. It'll add a lap, right? So I'll go in.
Lap around, be up there where you can do your drive.
They're talking on the mics there. I'll go get my bonus points for this one. I'll pit.
No.
I mean, maybe not. I mean, I could go 20 laps on these tires.
Yeah, mate.
Maybe
Wait
just-
for the next yellow.
Maybe just
Gamble
gamble.
on that.
Yeah.
For Friday and Saturday.
because there's 54 laps to go.
Think about it for me, guys. I ain't gonna be there. I'll be.
It's gonna be a one. It's gonna be a one-stop race at least to the checker from here.
Dante.
Yeah.
I'll have to pit about 4 or 5 laps earlier than everybody else, but that could be a good thing too.
Nah, hell no. Just Wednesday night. I ain't worried about Thursday night. Both of them. If you think
Like they say too, in racing, cautions breed cautions. So we've had, green flag racing for the first half of the race, and I've had 2 quick ones. So
Well, that's just it, right?
if you are
Guys,
watching
getting a little
Retardation
bit
TV
antsy.
Turbo, thanks for watching. Hey-o.
Yes. Sometimes we, in fact, do talk about racing,
Nah.
but mostly we don't. Or we do. Just depends on what we want to do.
Yeah, do what we want.
Exactly.
I'm thinking of hooking up an emulator for one of them old wrestling games and just watching, set the AI to just fight each other in a tag team match or something. And to just
That'd be fun.
play the commentary.
Yeah, that's it.
Diamond
Also,
Dallas Page with the
roll.
steel chair. All that kind of shit.
Where did he get that chair from, Blaine? I can't believe that's not a legal chair.
Yeah, that's
That
a
chair's got spikes on
titanium.
it.
It's on fire.
control yourself and it keeps itself in a pace.
Somebody
wherever
just stuffed that
it's
chair
at.
full of dynamite. This is insane.
Everything's on fire. Everything's exploding. Oh, I don't know where the
That's
restart
pace car.
zone
He
is.
just takes a hard line down.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Then go home, pace car. You're drunk.
Yeah.
Going green. Nice. Established dominance.
Why did
There
I
we
get
go.
a black flag? I was in first. 7-2 black flag on the restart? I thought I was in first.
Yeah, 7-11 too.
It's a spin already.
My fault, Blaine. Sorry about that.
Anybody else?
That was just weird because I thought you were allowed to pass on the left. It should have been fine for me, I would have thought.
I don't know what happened there.
They clear it?
Not yet.
That one's down. We're here in 3. Look out. Look out. Look out.
I don't understand what they would have figured the offense was.
Watch out.
Oh,
They're
balls.
trying to get you in front of me here. They're trying to get you in front of me if you can. Go ahead. All right.
Well, at least it wasn't too long to get up to speed.
Yeah, I didn't see if you guys got the 72. The yellow came out.
70. Was you involved in that, Blaine?
Negative.
Okay, you and Mike Mangialardi are lucky dogs.
3 wide coming off the 2 on that wreck.
Was I not in first?
You were leading that lap last time. I don't know how else that would have been.
How am I a lap down?
Was that from that fuck up before when they try to tell you to pass the 9?
I have no idea what happened. Maybe I was a lap
And
down.
you,
No, I wasn't. I wasn't a lap down.
well, let's go to the replay. For that, I mean, I'll pull up my YouTube app.
I don't
and-
know how I'm a lap down. I have no idea.
Guys, he was the leader. He should be a lap down. 72.
Okay, they're fixing it now, I think.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, I'll turn you down so we don't hear the.
They might
echo of
see
this.
I don't know.
what they have.
No, but just
Yeah, I was the only car lap down on that restart.
I showed
Whoever
you
cleared
in
my
first
black
place.
might have typed it in.
First option, like did lap bias instead of a clear flag. That's the first option. The second option, Blaine, were you in the crash?
You were according
No,
to the
but I
YouTube
got a black flag on the restart, and then the yellow came out. So maybe the yellow came out before the black was cleared, and it gave me a 1 lap penalty. Is that possible?
that could have been it.
He should be on lead lap.
But I did clear it. I seen the okay on it. I saw.
Yeah, I didn't pass them.
Right, but I think it came out after the yellow.
He didn't get my lap back.
If you should be, well, you done fit it now. I was gonna tell you just stay there. You know.
You were definitely in first place.
I said just
Yeah, I'm gonna pit anyway.
one lap on the green, maybe.
Yeah, there was a mistake there. I think what happened was
Black for passing somebody?
yeah, I think what happened was
Thank you.
somehow I got a black on the restart, even though I was first. You only get blacks on the restart for passing on the right.
Which you didn't. 'Cause you were on
But
the
I'm in
lower
first
line.
place, so I can pass whoever I
Pick
want.
whatever.
So I think what happened was I called it out, and then what they'll do is they'll clear that flag, but they didn't get it cleared before the yellow came out, so it gave me a 1-lap penalty, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was just going. He's coming back out behind us. That'll be.
So they're gonna
okay,
clear
yeah.
that then?
He ain't got to do the driver around.
What number is he?
Roger, 7-2.
Me do it too. You got
Mike, you been
I got
the
it.
Corvette to drive around.
They're gonna give me my lap back because I'm not a lucky dog, so Mike gets the lucky dog, not me.
You better hurry up.
This isn't a points race. It's not really gonna bother me.
Well, hello, Mr. Godfrey.
It's just a fun race tonight. No points involved because it's Memorial Day long weekend, but
Pretty good, Joe.
Mm.
Pretty
I
good.
think that's what happened because I had a black flag when the yellow came out. There's no way to.
Flat on the track.
You have 3 laps to clear a black flag, which would be like a drive-through penalty
Oh, okay.
or a stop and go, depending on how.
Oh, so if they didn't get it cleared, then they can't clear it at all, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I believe I'm down low there.
So that's, I think, what happened because the yellow came out. Now the yellow's out. You can't do a drive-through because it's under yellow. They're not going to hold you in the pits because it's under yellow, so it just docks you a lap.
Inside or outside?
Hmm. I don't understand it.
Alright.
I'm still being billed a lap, a -1.
It's all messed up because, okay.
I'm going to give it a couple laps. I'm not too worried about it.
There's a lap car in there.
Yeah, that'll be fixed on the green.
Yeah.
They've probably given me my lap back already, but it won't change until it goes green, I don't believe. So I'm not going to really.
Oh,
I'm not going to
okay.
question it until we run a couple laps into green and see what the game will figure it out. So you're allowed to pass to the right on the restart. But as the leader, I don't know how I got a black flag. That makes no sense unless I passed the pace car. But the pace car would have been on the pits, right? So I don't
Your
get it.
laps back.
Yeah, there it is. I had to pit anyway, so I figured I'd take advantage of that.
Exactly. You got to the front before.
Yeah, I like being off pace like that, but that yellow came too quick.
Mm.
It would have been cool if it was green, right to the end, and just to see where that would have put me. Staying out, being maybe 5 laps shy, but then going in because everybody else still would have had to go in too. So
Ooh, you came up a little bit high there. A little too high for my liking.
get a good run off that corner.
Yeah, you've got some speed.
Yeah, it's still going to be a one-stop race because it's putting me projected laps. Looks like it's about 30 on a tank. It's 44 to
Okay.
go, so it's adding.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, shit.
I am sorry, 20.
That was weird.
Reset on him again.
See what I mean? Cautions breed cautions. We read in the first half of this race green, and now there's just been 3 or 4 quickies.
Yeah, right? That
It's
sucks.
too bad. If we can get moving again for 10 laps or so, it'll be all right, I think. It's once everybody gets kind of strung out a little bit, you got a little bit more room to play.
I just
Yeah.
heard it on Blaine's broadcast. Where is this drunk MFer going? How much Coors Light has he had to drink?
I plead the fifth. That, I got the tape to prove I never said that. Bob's chirping us.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying we said stuff we didn't say.
Sorry about that, 19.
Where's all these drunk
can
motherfucking
either
Coors Light drinkers, I'm like, we didn't say that.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
We would never drink Coors Light.
Exactly. You can count on one thing. If you did, well,
You think I should give Bob a bump?
Phone got disconnected.
Little tap. Congrats on the lead.
I don't know if this is gonna work, guys.
Yeah, Dante, that last Wednesday night, I had one of the.
It's cold
first
when the
round was
mountains
with
are
you
blue.
'cause you had to
Is that what
review
they said?
by everybody.
Cool
The
cans,
second one,
something like that.
was
Coors Light.
The red car.
Call of the
Bullet,
Rockies,
was that one?
the Silver Bullet. I wonder if
Yeah.
I'm looking at the pit strategy again. Like, you know, we're still going to have to pit again. You can't get 40 laps on a tank of fuel.
No.
You know what I mean? I kind
Maybe
of
like
want
a
to don't
pit
get
towards the end of it.
tore up in a wreck, you know? Like, I'm still on a fresh tank of gas.
but the second.
How's the tires looking?
Yeah, that's Jim.
Little bit of burnout on them, but I mean, the thing with the tires, they will last me the entire fuel run. So
Text message from my friend Buddy Jonah.
So just stay up towards the front and avoid the chaos.
that's what I'm thinking. If there's any more, I mean, the wrecks here don't gather up as much cars because it's not Talladega or Daytona. Gotta make sure I stay behind this guy. Oh, did Bob go in? Oh, Bob went in. I didn't see that.
Oh, I know I didn't tell you about that. So I was sunny weekend out here. I was cleaning up all the cedar shit and other various debris from my roof. Super low pitch roof, right? The old torch-on style one. So it's like not flat, but the angle is not much at all. Anyways, I was up there.
Out west, it's all rain compatible, not snow compatible, right?
Yeah, a big branch, a decent sized branch landed on the roof. I'm like, all right, well that's what I heard a bang a few weeks ago, and so I go to lift this branch up, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is heavy. And then I realized it wasn't heavy, no, but it actually punched through the structure of the roof. So now I had this 3-inch hole in my fucking roof. I'm like, oh man, now
shit. So now you gotta go find a bat of fucking shingles, and a piece of ply wouldn't patch that.
No, dude, it's not even fucking shingles. It's torch on. It's like a membrane roof. So
Oh,
it's
like
not
a
like tar and gravel without the gravel, basically. Just it looks like
what am I?
Yeah, it's
I'm getting black
it's a roll of
flags.
material. You passed on the inside.
72 with a black flag again for passing on the inside, even though I'm in first. I don't even get this. How am I passing anybody on the inside?
That's the thing. If you're in first, you didn't pass anybody.
Like, how do I'm supposed to be in front of everyone.
That's the whole point of first place.
43 has the black. I got it.
Was that everybody's black?
What's interesting is this track has a weird F2. If the second place car just blips past you at that very moment, sometimes the game gives the car on the inside the flag. It's not that you're going long, it's probably because you're getting passed right at that moment where the flag needs to change.
Alright, 72, you black?
It's the F2 on the track, I think.
Alright, clear to 72, guys.
Yeah, I tried to go too. It was already cleared.
Say something nice and turbo. What did they blame for jumping? Thank you.
What is it?
There you go.
There's a few of us got a black on that one.
Yeah, I got one too.
Come around at 56.
Oh.
Good lap, buddy. Straight and smooth. Just be nice and patient. That was a veteran move right there, buddy. That was awesome. You're doing a great job. Nice and easy. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Oh, come on.
I know, just look at Chris, man. My goodness.
I was gonna say, look at Jeff. But
Game's
I'm gonna
confused.
get
Christ, I'm
I'm gonna
confused.
get you now.
Hey, we actually hung out yesterday. That was nice.
That was a lot of fun. That was a fun game to watch too. Jeez.
The Braves game, yeah.
It's still a lap down.
Yeah, so if you're able to maintain this then, and for the next 25 yellows that are going to come, could you theoretically get, would you say you, for holding first place for the majority of the race, was that a extra points for that too? Or so many laps? Interesting.
Does the lap down car get his lucky dog? He goes around.
He's
Right?
got it. Yeah, we got it.
Wouldn't this be the son of a bitch with the one that you win doesn't count for a squat?
He was supposed to have been on the lead lap before.
I said, wouldn't this be the pain in the ass? It'd be the one the race you win, all your time in first, and it doesn't count for fucking any points. Like, oh no.
Because I cleared about 20 black flags after I gave him his lap back.
Exactly. Look under your seat. Did you get a prize? No, that's what you get. Just look under your seat.
That's it. Good times.
Exactly. You got a rock, 3 sticks, and 2 of them you got to share.
My pass me, Greg.
Started off pretty good.
Yeah,
Don't chew it all at once.
we know we can do better.
Okay, 029 coming on high on the
Right.
outside.
Give room for lucky dog.
In a
guys.
pinch. Those dry ass chocolate chip cookies. Are they the really dry ones? You know what I'm talking about? They're like super dry. They're almost like a concrete biscuit. They come, they're like the generic ones, but they come in those 3 rows. But they're super dry and like they're tiny little like mouse turd like chocolate chips. It's just no, Aero. Those ones like just a straight up biscuit. These ones are like a round, like a perfectly circular cookie, like, and they got like a nice little dome shape. They're uniform like crazy. I don't know how they get them. Like obviously the machines that they come pressed out of. But yeah, like if you just think of the most like basic chocolate chip cookie you could, and then go to the generic packaging section of the cookie aisle, and then like yeah, something like that, right? It's like they are cookie-esque and they have some chocolate. Super dry, but oh man, sometimes I just crave that cheap shit. Got a hankering first.
Good luck,
Ooh.
everybody.
I thought you were looking at the other billboard. I'm like, that one's a little bit risque. Even for this, we are a progressive channel, and don't get me wrong, who doesn't like Hooters? The restaurant, for goodness sake, don't pass on the inside this time. Fucking, everybody stay 3 feet away from the leader when they're going over the line. Right? Put the hammer down. That's right, we're gonna throw some blocks in here. Nope. Too kind. I would have been throwing blocks all day. Everybody get behind me. Go around me. If you can.
Please got caution.
Nope. Another yellow. Shit.
See, Gary.
You're what, half that with your fuel roughly?
Good night, Slingshot.
Line up behind the 56.
How many laps do we get on a full tank?
About
Yeah, look at him.
plus or minus a couple.
Driving around all cocky and whatnot.
It's pretty much pit here, you're good. Pretty much.
You gonna, yeah. Tank and a half, are you doing all 4 or the outsides?
Fill it up with fuel. Watch your speed, 3500 seconds.
Something about this pit road and speeding.
I think I just bet it'll be lucky if I don't.
Go ahead, John. I was trying to let you go.
In turn one, they're gonna stop you out here on pit road, buddy.
Oh, you might get out ahead of.
Starting in turn two.
Might get out ahead of the boss there, depending on
I think I
what he's
stayed in the
taking.
race, it don't really matter.
Nope, looks like he's only doing 2 in the tank.
Go, 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 go. All the
If
way
I
to the
did
left.
something wrong.
Tank starts on the back stretch in pit road.
I didn't.
Oh, we still got out of the gate ahead of him.
See no lucky dogs, Keith.
As it happens, sometimes your pit crew's been drinking, and then the jack gets hung up on the little hitch point of the car underneath.
You know, what do you know on this line?
029 pity.
9 pit, 740 pit.
27.
Something storage. Krusty Burger? Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm trying to wait, but I can't.
Thought about staying out next to you there, Jeffrey.
Hey, you should have, buddy.
Is that what it is, eh?
Come around to 19.
And the one, it goes by really quick, you can't see it. That one's actually called Howie Felter Snatch Fine Furs.
On the inside,
Only the
sound on
premium,
outside. Yeah.
the finest furs
Yeah, if y'all wanna
that,
swap out, that's up to y'all.
that they have to offer.
Howie, what was it?
It's Howie Felter Snatch.
No, not to go green though.
It's
I
a-
just
it's
realized
a-
my mic was off, not yours, but you know, whatever. This isn't the most professional broadcast. See, that's the thing. I have to change that. My mute button for my mic to the broadcast and my mute button for the team speaker, like right next to each other. So I should be changing that. I should have learned my lesson last week when I was half the race. I was actually mute. Holy
Fair.
shit! Another fucking black flag. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right? That accounts for roughly 45% of the fucks tonight as black flag bullshit.
7-2 black again.
Ooh,
Wow, my
look at
spotter
you
did
finding
not
some-
say that I was clear. I really was just racing out the mirror on that one.
Well, you got your spot back and then some.
He
You
did
came in there
not say
hot.
that I was clear at all.
You're a man on a mission. You found that line. Let's see what's gonna happen. Now this is what some racing is. Giving the boss a run for his money, coming in hard on the bottom there.
Pardon?
Oh, I just think
Howie
you're giving the
Felter
boss-
Snatch Fine Furs. That's amazing. That's almost as good as Sofa King. Well,
I
she
don't know where
slipped
I
a little bit there, but we'll just run the tires
I'm not
right
sure.
off it.
Where-
See,
where-
Jeff is liking this. Jeff's looking in his mirror watching me go door to door with Dante here.
Yeah, right. Well, this is probably some of the best racing I've seen all night. Now that getting down to the final third of the race here.
I am sliding this thing in here, dude. I'm gonna run these tires off. I probably shouldn't be racing this hard this early.
Well, I mean, but if they're doing it too, then I'm guessing everyone's going to be in the same boat.
Possibly, yeah.
Or do you, yeah, and if you go too modest, because now you got these two backdoor bandits sneaking up on you right now there. Look, there's already over 43. The armed forces. Who's that again? 43, Brian Lavelle.
43 would be level,
Lavelle.
yeah. Oh, it's 043. 43 is Bob Dixon, 043 is level. I think it's Brian.
No, it was cool. It's normally you're a little more of a moderate driver, and so it was like, oh yeah, now we're like, he found that pedal, and we're
Yeah.
just going right for it.
Well, that's the thing. I started thinking about it too. I mean, these tires can get me to the end of the race, but I kind of want to have the tires at the end of the race too, right?
Yeah, if you need to pull some quick moves or... Yeah, I hear you. No, it's got to be a fine balancing act, I guess, to figuring out where you want to go. Oh, nice little block there.
Oh, she's sticking down there. There it is. Sometimes you just get her down there and get that suspension loaded. Ooh.
Oh.
That'll do it.
What's the rate back? 15, 10?
Not yet.
Thank you.
Road is closed, but
Yeah, we're not race back situation yet. 20 to go.
caution is out, buddy. Caution is out. Throttle.
What are you thinking? Tires?
Get caught up there, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
That's tough from fourth position, though, bud. Well, by the way, we'd like to welcome Blaine back to the podcast because I have no idea how long my fucking mic was off because I'm a gosh darn professional. Fiddlesticks.
Shoot and all sorts of...
That's
yeah,
going on the
and-
fucking list of, like, get that mute button to the broadcast off the fucking steering wheel because it's right next to the
think maybe-
TeamSpeak button, which is totally fine.
I think maybe we need to have it
Oh,
affixed
oh.
to like a giant red LED. Like I think it needs to be like a full-on. Doesn't have to be professional. Like it could be like a Staples button.
Right.
Like a that was easy.
Flashing beacon.
Just like
How's that one?
mute.
I don't know. Somebody bounce off.
I'll even do the voice for it. Like yo, it's like,
Hit me.
you're off. Your voice is off.
Yeah.
You're off.
Well, I mean, I just
do
need to
something
move the
super
button
annoying,
because
like, oh my God.
what's happening is I'm reaching down to mute them, and then I'm hitting it because they're little buttons on the steering wheel, right? So this is a zero fuel stop.
Just outsides.
Dante's getting all four. Yeah, I'm getting all four.
You're doing 4.
Well, I followed him in, man. Jeff went down, so I'm like, if the leaders are going, I'm going with them.
Oh no, but I'm saying, how would you? I guess that's the gamble too. Is what do you figure you're doing at this point? And oh, you got a little bit.
He got squirrely. I don't know if he made contact.
I wasn't sure if he clipped
You
him or
think-
not. Would that have been a penalty?
Pro tip: you think I should run Jeff into those palm trees over there?
Oh well, yeah. Just as a in case he's getting a little bit too big for.
Did you
big
remember
for
your
his bridges.
fucking beach towel?
Would you like a sand to get some of the dust out of your vagina?
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. I've got the 3 little buttons at the bottom of this G29 steering wheel. I've got the bottom one bound to kill the broadcast, the middle one bound to kill my mic to the broadcast, which doesn't need to be on the wheel. So I should definitely remove that button. Because it's happened before. I was listening back to the broadcast and you're just having a jolly old time all by yourself. You can't hear me say a fucking thing.
Whoops.
Like, Brad seems to be talking to him fucking self again because Blaine's a fucking idiot.
Be careful, guys.
It's like, here's some more incoherent nonsense from my co-host.
We got some no cutters
Take it
up
away.
front, so you got to be careful, guys.
See, we pit. Okay, so we pit for tires. And there's a couple of guys up here that didn't. So this 91's passing low. He's behind me. That doesn't matter. He's just talking on the team speak there. So 740. Who's that Napa car? That's my Angiolati. His car didn't load up for some reason. It worked in practice. It's all fuzzy right there. He might have been disconnected, I think. Maybe that's why he was 2 laps down. He might have dropped connection.
Okay, doesn't look like the boss hit anybody. I don't see any damage on the rear quarter of his car there, so it must have been just broke loose a little bit. Or it was so minor that it didn't really register.
Okay, I didn't pass
On the
anybody,
inside.
so I shouldn't...
Very wide. Yeah, it is Holder. You got that. You got those sticky tires. Keep her off the wall, boys. Keep her away from each other. You gotta keep them separated. As the offspring would say.
Oh, sorry, say again?
Oh, I was just doing that. Keep them separated.
Yeah.
The offspring.
They played Kingston there like last month.
Did they?
Yeah. With the dude
They
from
moved that
the
for a
Foo
while
Fighters, the
ago,
drummer who's
last
in the
year.
Foo Fighters now, Josh Freese. He was, I didn't go see them, but Chad, the guy I work with, went to go see Offspring locally here, and he said Josh Fries was playing the drums, because that guy plays, he's played drum for like 200 bands. It's a session guy.
Wasn't he? Yeah.
And then he got the job with the Foo Fighters.
I was getting confused with the Queens of the Stone Age dude.
Who? Oh, Josh Fries?
What's his name? Josh.
Josh Holm.
Yeah. That's what okay, yeah. Well, beyond that, that's the only thing I'm like, I
never knew Josh Fries' name.
No.
But then I looked up his discography, and he's basically done everything with everybody every day of his fucking life. The guy's a legend.
Nice. Now, focus on this race, because you're going to have to get that, where are we at? Crash back, race back, I mean, 14.
14 to go.
I'm just been a yellow filled night, that's what I'm thinking. It's a crash back situation.
Right. Fuck.
You have to pop in for some fuel.
The pace car.
Fuck.
Even the most veteran drivers in this game, that will fucking scare the shit out of you every time.
Right?
Why is that guy turning like that?
Right
Dante's like just about shit a brick.
Ooh. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, might as well, because you're gonna need at least a tank or half a tank. Oh, Mr. Elliott with the sneak attack.
Yeah, but with the whole front pack going in.
Just to the line, bro.
Yeah, that's a gamble.
Yeah, the whole front pack coming in, man. He's not gonna have the tires. We might walk him. We might walk him.
True, true.
Are you going tires or just fuel here? I thought your tires.
Tires, I don't need fuel.
You need fuel? No, I thought you only had 10 laps left.
No, fuel's
good. You don't
good.
think it's going to be
Projected laps 13 with 11 laps to go, so we're good on gas.
But doesn't it say estimated fuel remaining is 10?
10 gallons. Estimated fuel remaining is 10 gallons, which is a projected 13 laps with 11 to go.
Oh, I thought they were saying like they're estimating. Everything else is done in laps. I just assumed that.
No,
laps.
The top number is gallons of fuel, and then there's how far it'll take you, and then how many's left, and then it'll recommend it. So it's recommending none because I can go 13, and there's only 11 left. I can still put some in. Like I can still crank it up to 2 cans, can and a half.
Only 9 laps of fuel left. I didn't realize that was gallons.
Right.
There you go. Learn something new. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty fucking sure you need fuel.
Dude, you fucked up.
Look at that. I've been watching your screen for the last 3 laps. It says 9.
Right. 9 gallons.
Yeah.
You can get 22 gallons in a tank. So like when I fill up, it'll go up to 22, and then it does the math depending on the length of the track, right? So
that makes sense.
Where am I? I'm 11th.
Man, the wheel fall off. Thanks for coming, Marco.
Sorry about that bump there. 19.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm in the right spot, right? Who's... Oh, where's the 10th place car?
He is back in 15th.
Huh.
John
10
Godfrey.
less laps, guys. Race back.
In the 7-11, he needs to move up, I guess.
Yeah. Right, I just noticed that. Sorry. Chris just called it.
Oh, wrong lane.
But I'm looking for the 10th place, and then you said he was like 3 cars back. I'm like, okay, so he... Oh, no, I started in fucking second. Fuck. We'll be all right.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun.
I should have been in first. I wasn't paying attention. We were trying to figure out that position, why it was all fucked up there.
I'm going to throw you another yellow right now.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah.
I say.
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Are
saying.
we-
Don't worry about it. I'm
are we
literally gonna
within-
just will 9 to go.
It's still green.
How the
How the
fuck is that?
fuck
green?
did that happen?
This track is fucked. Like
Now it'll go
loopy
yellow.
fucked.
Watch. See that? How the fuck did a car get up in the motherfucking sky, and then John Godfrey does a little spinorama in front of a guy, and it pulls the yellow on that one? That's crazy, dude. I had to brake
No.
and drive around that car falling out of the sky. No, and
Yeah, no, it was
I was driving because it was still green, and the yellow flag never came out.
3 black flags for various bullshittings.
Right. Yeah, it's weird.
And then
oh, now the game's chugging,
that.
so it's probably gonna kick me.
It looks good on my side.
I just did a couple of weird little hops right there. That's fucking hilarious. We have a car in the catch fence. Green flag racing. John Godfrey gets spun around. Yellow flag.
Maybe he got stuck to the fence, so it didn't technically
what?
touch the track.
Right. Oh, maybe you're right. If the wheels aren't on the ground, maybe it's like, well, everybody could just drive under them. No yellow.
It killed about 18 spectators.
Yeah.
But it didn't touch the track, so we're not gonna. We're gonna roll with it.
We needed to get the amber lamps out there to rescue some people from dying, but you know, it'd be all right.
There was something at the Indy 500 that a tire went over the fence or something like that, or part of a car went
Yeah,
over
the
the fence.
boys were talking
Did you
about
hear
that. The wheel come off. Both front wheels snapped, and the tether broke on one of them, and it went out into the crowd, but didn't hit anybody.
That's fucking lucky. Especially
And Keith-
the 500, you're gonna be like a crazy packed.
Keith, being the
Event.
tire man, he estimates that one tire might be up around 50 pounds, you know, flying at 180 miles an hour.
Forget about it. You'd be a fine paced.
Right.
Like even on an empty tire, an empty car tire, like we joke around about like even rolling them from the top of the stairs. When I used to work at the shop, we had a little
Yeah.
mezzanine, well probably
fuck
15
yeah.
steps up. And even on a standard car tire, if you let that thing fucking go from the top, it's building up some momentum. You can stop it. I mean, but
There's
if you're
no
not paying
rim in it,
attention
but it
or-
hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, no. Or if it's a truck tire, the truck tire will take you over with
Will
ease.
crush
like
you.
just a 20-inch truck, right? Like a standard pickup truck tire. Like they start moving, and there's a fucking bunch of mass to it. Like it's
That's
the British
crazy.
say the centrifugal force.
Oh, yes, sir. The centrifugal force will take your head off and turn it into a fine mist.
Of which it will be placed upon a plate of aluminium
Right.
procured from the laboratory.
On my way to the laboratory, I will take your aluminium plate full of remains and dispose of them in the proper fashion.
Fancy. I didn't know you spoke royal.
Every time a royal laughs like that, all you see is a mustache going up and down.
Yes. Boy. Yes.
Because that was first gear. Here we go. Because that was in the Looney Tunes, right? Didn't they have a guy who used to laugh like that, and the mustache used to
I think so.
move around?
Yeah, like he had no
Like the
mouth,
Monopoly
just a
guy?
giant mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Okay, here it is.
Short shifting.
This is for
Fucking
all the
flag,
beans.
fuck.
84. Thank you, Keith.
Black flag 72.
So,
Oh, shit.
oh, they're getting up
Sorry,
there.
Michael.
Holy sheep shit.
I had a big drift there, man.
This
I don't
is
know what it
racing.
is. Sometimes it just gets away from me. I have no idea why.
That's alright.
I'll let him take the spot back. I just did him dirty on that one. 3 wide coming out of turn 2 here, buddy. Holy moly. Michael
Now,
Moore in the
this is what I call
740.
pod racing.
Yeah. Michael Moore in the
That's what
740.
Star
I
Wars
just
fans
slide jobbed him. He fucking passed me back, threaded the needle through the middle on a 3 wide situation coming out of turn 2. I should spin him.
I think that's only fair.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh. Nice
they
save.
Collectively, holy smokes.
Billy Ellisor driving it sideways.
Ooh. Oh, that was close. Whew. I almost had to get my Tide marker out and clean my underwear there.
Your little Tide dispenser.
Ooh, your little spot remover. Oh, don't worry about that. That'll buff right out.
Good job.
Nice job.
Oh, there's the checkered flag.
Fun race, guys. A lot of confidence with fun race.
Who took it? Was that the boss? He
I'm
was up there?
checking
No,
right about
you got
now. Greg Lovell.
Greg Lovell. Followed by Dante.
Them tires.
Oh no, Jeff Elliott was right behind him.
I got busy clearing a bunch of black flags.
A little bit too tight.
I'm gonna do a pirouette off this fucking sand dune up here, like doing a Kessel running 9 parsecs. 1 sec.
Exactly. Ooh,
Thank you guys.
there's another one
for
for you
coming.
Star Wars fans. A bunch of scruffy Nerf herders.
I missed it.
Well, after being the nice punching bag, I still got 7.
Go.
That's the best I could do, apparently.
That's a fun track. We should put on
I think that as soon as the lap is done, they should just like airlift. So there we go.
Trying to get
They
it
should
going.
airlift some big,
It's
like,
not gonna
some
work
ramps
out.
in there. Just
Friday night, one of the Friday night truck races.
I was racing a little harder than I.
Oh man. Well, at least it was a good finish. Let me save this. I'll go back and look at the end of that because I don't want these guys to kill this race before I get the replay saved.
nice. That's the sweet move right at the end there where you did that jump.
Yeah.
And just do your little highlight
Fantastic.
cam.
Okay, so we'll get out of the game. Shut all my stuff off.
There you go. That was pretty exciting towards the end, man.
Oops, I forgot to say good evening to everybody.
Happy I made it in.
Well,
Awesome race, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Hey guys, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for everybody coming out here, man.
Okay. Now that that's done, I don't like to be rude. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I want to see that finish though, because it did end under blah 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 under green. So pretty good turnout for North American, not North American holiday, United States of American holiday. Because we had ours last week. Long live the Queen. 29th, right there.
Right. Mayday. And all
I just
that
thought of
stuff,
that
you
too.
know
They're
what?
going to have to change their fucking money
Yeah, I think they're working on that.
because Queen Elizabeth died. So now, like, it's King Charles, I think, took over. So, like, I guess it's we're going to focus on Greg Lovell here.
Good old
But yeah, I guess
Billy
now
sausage fingers.
we'll have to, put
Yeah,
his
that-
name.
Floppy-eared Dumbo on our
Yeah, that guy.
Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't look like a picture of health. I don't know how long he's gonna be king for. He does not look like I
No.
don't follow the royal family, but every once in a while I see him and he looks really red and swollen. Someone showed me his fingers and they look like someone had left the pigs in blankets in the oven for an extra 20 minutes. They
Far
were
too
just,
long. So here's the race for
red
first.
and
He's
swollen.
bumper grinding Jeffrey. He moved him out of the way there with
Okay.
the chrome horn. Dante Ricci right on it in the 84. Chris Elliott bringing up the rear there in that Coors number 9, which is a generic car. I don't have his car for some reason. Side by
okay.
side. This track is a shitload of fun because of it's gripped up, it's banked, it's fast for a 1 mile
Oh,
track.
he just got past him, eh?
Is that it there? 120? Yeah, that would have been it.
Like he found that extra gear and just put it right down.
He got him last turn.
But like right here, right? Like they're just, I don't know if maybe Jeff slipped off a little bit there. Maybe lost it a bit coming out of that turn or what. But
That's a cool TV
Either
camera
way.
too, right there. That's TV2. That's a great camera angle. Whoever built this track did an awesome job. It was what is the name of the league again? MNT? MTN?
Yeah.
Let's look at that again in an instant replay. Gonna go helicopter view. Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Big
finds that
run.
speed.
Yeah. Big run coming out of the fourth turn there. MNT Racing. It was right there on the grass. Those are the guys who made this track. Right there. MNT Racing. But, yeah, awesome track. All shitload of fun. When they said they were running Edgewater, even though it's not for points, it's always a great race. You know,
Maybe
if cars are spinning out, it's probably... There's me trying to kill Jeff or Greg. Just totally, I can't drive on the grass apparently because I'm like, I'm gonna get you, Greg, and then missed him by about 300 feet and then murdered myself on the outside wall.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisies.
Yeah, it'll happen sometimes.
Yeah, you know, when you try to T-bone a guy at high speed, sometimes you miss. But
can't all be winners.
Yeah, it'd be weird if they change our money. But I mean, I guess they got to do it.
Yeah, because I used to joke. I'm like, oh, I found a 20. I'm like, I lost one. It was green, and it had a picture of the queen on the back.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, as I heard now I'm going to have to change that to king. I don't know. That's going to be a whole new thing. It's
such a weird thing because when we were born, like 1980, you know, she'd already been in there for 40 years. You know, like, I mean, she was queen. She was queen for what? 70 something years.
Yeah, right.
It's craziness. So then she dies, and you're like, well, now what happens? I'm like, well, the next in line takes over, and then we switch all the money. Because is there any Queen Victoria money still around? Like, there has to be somewhere.
I'm sure somebody would have some.
But they look similar, right? Because they wear the crown, they have a look.
So you're saying you could just confuse most people? You wouldn't even notice?
With Charles... that's a clear.
That's a mug.
That's a different looking human being. He does not look like the queen at all.
No, like looks like.
That's a face only a mother could love.
That's some years of like first cousin tomfoolery at hand there. That's,
how old is he though? It never seems to be a young guy.
That family tree is a wreath. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it is. I mean, she was pretty young when she came in. And she was like 99 or whatever when she died.
He looks old. I've only seen him because of all the stuff that was going on with the... They had a couple weeks ago where someone shaved with the lawnmower a giant dick and balls into the lawn.
That's so good.
Right outside his coronation. I'm like, oh, that was fantastic.
So good. And now we get an aerial shot of the congregation. And there's a gigantic cock and bush has been mowed into the grass. Like, whoops.
As is tradition.
Yes.
The royal dong has been inscribed into the royal lawn.
And the royal landscaper is going to get executed. Beheading or hanging?
Nope. In this case, I believe we would call it hung, sir.
Oh, maybe we just do both. Maybe we... Yeah. Hang him and then cut his head off, and then burn him at the stake.
But one must appreciate the exquisite details. The veiny bastard and the hairs on the balls are something else.
I never looked that up. I should look that up. I'm going to do it right now. Fuck it. We're going to do it live.
It was very crudely. He was just... There was no
so
grand
royal...
At least not from what I saw. Maybe they didn't have time to get in there with the fine-tune it with the weed whacker and just really give it a trim.
What do they call it? The royal what?
Oh, I don't know. It was just it was coronation. I think was what it was when he was becoming king. Like, King. What is it? King now? King. Not Philip. What the hell? King Charles. King Charles, Dick, and the grass. And I mean, maybe you'll get some NSFW.
Yeah, results, I might have to turn the search on. Giant. Oh, here's one. The New York Post. nypost.com. Giant penis mowed into the lawn at King Charles coronation site. Yeah, but I want to see it. Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, it's No, it was done. Somebody had like a tape measure.
Yeah.
And some string with some like it's not like a makeshift. Like,
that's so funny. That's a penis. That is a fucking penis.
That's a penis.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
So yeah, there it is.
There you go.
It's got the pee hole and everything.
It's
They even took the time to do the whole thing. Like, and then who's the guy who went and did the pee hole? Like, oh shit, had to go back.
Hold on, I just got it back into my car.
1 second, it's not done. Just use the scissors.
Trust me, it's gonna be everywhere. It'll be. It's gotta be perfect.
Somebody like spotted it after, like, great job, guys. Oh shit, we forgot the fucking urethra. Quick.
It's gonna be hard to do that now that the police are there. We'll just fucking
Photoshop
you
it.
distract them.
Oh my god, it's so immature. It's so fucking amazing. Because you think about the amount of security they would have at a fucking event like that. How did somebody get in there and do that? You know,
Maybe it was the inside job.
it had to be 100%. And then they see it on live TV when they're swooping in with the fucking drone footage. Hard bank. They got some really good pictures of it though, so somebody took the time to get it.
Well, that's it. Someone got the drone there, and they're like, you know what? Let's just frame this just so. Like, that's some nice photography. They've got everything.
Yeah, high def.
Centered.
They lined her up.
Right? If you want it in 4K, we got your 4K right here.
Yeah. You want 4K? We'll get you some fucking 4K.
You're leaving all these Ks on the floor. What the fuck are you wasting?
Yeah.
Pick them up. You only got 1K on your screen. You got 3 Ks just laying around like a fucking mook.
Oh, man. So good. I love that. I forgot to look that up last time. Thanks for bringing that up again. That's quality.
You know, when you mentioned him being on the money, I'm like, that's all I'm going to think about is giant grass dick.
I believe the royal landscaper may have lost his job that day.
What a way to go out, though.
Oh, man.
You know what? I served the queen faithfully for fucking as long as she
68
lived.
years,
Imagine, he's like the fucking head gardener. He's 100 years old, and he's just crotchety, and then he's like, you know what? But I fucking hate her kid. That Charles is a real, like, he's a prize cunt, and I just can't stand him. And
yeah,
like, that's it. And it's like, it's like 2 weeks. Fuck you. Watch this. Watch how I burn this bridge.
Oh, and he's thinking like he probably been banking money for the past like 25 years, knowing he's going to get canned.
Yep.
And that Buckingham Palace pension, probably not the greatest thing ever. So he's like, you know what? Fuck this guy. He's probably not that old. He's probably like 60. He probably got a job there when he was 16.
Maybe he made off with some of the royal gardening shares or something he could flog for like tens of thousands. Maybe he's got couple you know, like some silverware. I would.
Right.
Those fucks aren't going to miss it. They don't even know it's there to begin with.
No, that place is so
I'm not
fucking
condoning
big.
stealing, unless it's from like the actual, like the richest fucks in England. Then in which course, like, then steal away.
Are they even rich though? Do they even need money because of who they are?
No,
they can just get stuff.
They're rich. They have fucking money for days, like for their like property.
Yeah, how? Oh, maybe, yeah. I'm just thinking because, like, I wonder if the royal family even makes money, if they even need to, because they would just get everything for free.
No, they got money.
They got to hustle. They got to punch that 9 to 5.
Shit, right? Look at the crown jewels and stuff like that. That's a lot of money right there.
Mm-hmm. Right? For somebody who's willing to pay for it.
Plus, like all the stuff they've stole over the years too.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can steal it back.
Had a great bit about that, where it was like, where he was trying to explain museums to other countries. Like I won't do it justice, but it was basically the gist was like, they're like, oh yeah, like, hey, you got our stuff. They're like, yeah, we do. Why don't you come see it? They're like, no, we just give it back because, you know, that belongs to Africa. And like,
right.
Yeah, no, it's cool. You can come see it. You know, and what you're going to charge you for it. And you could look at it though. And it was a big bit like that. And it went on for 10 minutes more. And it was way funnier. But I'm just like,
it is like ancient African artifacts, and it's like but give it back to Africa, fuckers. You know?
Are you ready? Are you curious about the royal family? The wealth of the royal family, which is also known as quote unquote the firm, is estimated at about $28 billion.
That it?
Billion with a B.
Pussies.
This is separate from Queen Elizabeth's personal fortune and assets.
There's Saudi oil kings that have like trillions.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm saying, but just in terms of like, could you imagine
But how? That's what I don't understand. How? They don't run a business. They don't sell iPhones.
I'm guessing from like all the old days when they hoarded wealth.
I guess, yeah, like physical fucking ore.
Yeah.
Like we mined all this ore, stole the rest of it, put it in a fucking vault. That's why we're worth this much. Because it's like, okay, Microsoft is rich because they made a thing and people buy the thing. Apple iPhones, people buy those things, therefore they get rich. Elon Musk, he's a fucking millionaire because he's smart. He made a thing, electric cars, shitloads of people bought them, therefore he's fucking rich. Jeff Bezos, I'm going to sell books out of my garage and then turned it into Amazon. He's a zillionaire as well, but like the royal family didn't do that. They're just they're just rich for being famous, for doing nothing.
Like I say, I'm guessing like royal family net worth, royal family wealth, a chain. I don't know. I think that like a lot of it would just be from stolen shit. Like how else
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like no shit, like gold and.
But what about the shit?
They fucked over.
I heard about
over India. They fucked over countless other countries.
Mm-hmm.
South Africa. Like there's name a place that they didn't get their hands on. They still own like. I think under the I don't know like how much of it was under England, but when they were like, that was back in the day when they're like, oh, I'm taking this land for England. That's for the king, right? Like that's for. They're like, this is royal. We own all this stuff. I don't know if that's.
But there's like stories about like Buckingham Palace falling apart. They can't afford to fix it. There's no heat. Like all this kind of shit. If they've got $28 billion, like maybe sell a couple of those rupees and get a new furnace installed.
So, okay, apart from so they get tax-funded payments. So,
of course they
get
do.
money from.
So they're the government?
That. No, they're not the government. They just get paid from the tax.
Sounds like a government.
They also enjoy personal wealth in the form of private art and jewelry collections.
Oh, there you go.
Stolen.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, that's so funny. You've said all this already, so you know your shit.
And income generated by two massive property portfolioos. So they they've got a bunch of stolen land and a bunch of stolen art. They're like a crime family that's
cartel
celebrated.
Yeah.
Like if a cartel is popular, they're like, oh my god, this cartel member went out and got a taco today. We took his picture.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
he picked his nose.
Exactly.
Quick.
Fuck, man. Like
front page news. Fuck.
I'll pick my nose all day for you guys. I got fucking. You want some action shots? Look at this big crusty one I just yanked out.
Look at it. Fucking yarded the fucking shit out of this thing.
Yeah, look at that. It looks, you could probably put that in a frame or something. I don't know. Fuck. Pay me some money. I'll do nothing interesting too. Celebrities, they're just like us. Right.
They're the same. They just have a way more popular Instagram channel.
Yeah, they just got kind of a built-in audience. It's like when they've asked like a fucking famous Hollywood, like a nepotism baby, like, oh, what, they like, oh, here's my tips for, making it in the acting world. But like, your tips should be shut the fuck up and just be born to somebody who's famous.
Right.
That's your tip.
Yeah.
You could say other words, but
that's what it means.
Meaningless because, I think it was like the chick from Jurassic Park, Ron Howard's daughter, Bryce
Dallas Howard, yeah.
They had her on something like that. She's like, well, here's this thing and here's that thing. I'm like, and have your dad be fucking Ron Howard.
Right.
You know what? Like, I'm not a movie critic. I can't say whether she's good or bad. I didn't like Jurassic Park movies. Was it because of her? Probably not.
No.
I don't really have a feeling one way or the other about her. She directed episode, I think, of A Mandalorian. I didn't hate that. In fact, I would say I even liked it. So I don't think she's bad as a person, but I think she's bad as a person to not realize that.
I think it's funny, because when your dad like literally directed some of the best movies around, like even like Apollo 13, even that Grinch movie, like how the fuck was that good? It was good because Ron Howard directed it. That's why it was fucking
right.
Good.
He had some chops and he had some ideas.
Yeah, and then now as his daughter, she's cute. she could probably direct. Why? Because she was raised by a fucking director.
That'd be like you getting
great-
the job with the delivery company because you're my brother and you got me an opportunity, and then me going around and creating YouTube video and being like, yo, this is if you work hard, you can get a job at the delivery company, and if you apply
Right.
yourself, and I'm like, the fact that I would be saying it is completely dishonest and hacky at
Right.
best.
Like, oh, you had 15 years experience. That's why FedEx hired you? No. My dad was the
No, I
operations
knew-
manager. Oh.
Yeah, I knew Blaine, and he knew this guy. And he
Right.
said, I'll
Yeah.
hire you.
Blaine had all the
Cool.
experience and he got me a job there.
Yeah, it turned out, you know what? I didn't have a license before I got here. Still don't, but they don't know that. They don't ask too many questions.
Keep that on the DL.
They just put me in the truck, and there way I go.
They threw me the
But
keys
you
and told me to
need-
deliver some
you
shit.
guys need to work hard. Like, that's the part. Like, yeah, it's just, you probably just don't want it bad enough. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
Oh, man. Well, should we
Yeah.
wrap it up?
Yeah, I guess so, right? If the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your shtick on the ice.
And when they say these adult toys are for massagers or for outside use only, that means no insertion. Not even a little bit.